Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is about God, if you did it for Joel Osteen and given Joel Osteen all those things, you can do it for me because God has no respect of person. If he did it for Joel Osteen, he can do it for you. That's what people should be saying. When they see these prosperous men and women of God, you should look at them instead of calling them false prophets, and you never been in that church. You don't go to church. You don't know God. You don't read the Bible. That's why you're so surprised when you see this type of wealth. Have you read about the billionaires of Genesis? Go read at the beginning of the book. Look at Abraham. Look at his nephew Lot. When God sent Abraham out and Lot, his nephew, came with him, they said they had so much stuff, the land could not bear them. The place that they were at, they had to go their separate ways. Go read about King David. Go read about his son Solomon, who they said today his wealth would be around 2.7 trillion. Go read about the queen. Who was this? The queen of, I can't think of the queen. The queen who came to see King Solomon because she heard about him. And they said the wealth that she bought to present to King Solomon. She said, I heard about you and all of the stuff you got and all of the wisdom you had. I just want to see if it's true. It's the Queen of Sheba. And I was telling my husband, look at what she's carrying to present to a man who's already wealthy. Tons of gold, tons of silver. So why today, folks, are we so surprised when we see the man of God or the woman of God with wealth? Why? You should be surprised if you see them walking around looking all raggedy. I couldn't sleep, so I just started reading about Joel Osteen. I'm not a follower of Joel Osteen, but because I have that gift of encouragement, I like his messages. And as I'm reading, and it's documented, ask Joel Osteen for his tax papers. Joel Osteen don't take a salary from that church. Joel Osteen, out of all of the kids, his family is a very prosperous family. All of his brothers are doctors and lawyers. Joel Osteen is the only one that did not finish college. Joel Osteen message should be taught to everybody in the universities. There's a problem with this country. He makes money. His money is off his inspirational books. And the thing is the sad thing about the internet is that because you have such a huge microphone, the only thing you're doing, you're not affecting the Christians. You're just holding it up for those who don't know God because they're not in the Bible. So they're not reading their Bible, so they don't understand. Oh, yeah, he's a Freemason. I had to look up what a Freemason is. No, that's not Joel Osteen. Even if Joel Osteen was not even a Christian and he just did his writings, he have a right to wealth just like anybody else out there. So I say, God, let it rain on me like the wealth has rained on Joel Osteen. And I think that's something we as Christians have to realize. Those who are out in the world, don't be so quick to grab and criticize someone who you know nothing about. This very person probably could help your child get into a school or be a motivational person for your children. You know, because who else are they going to look at? Who else? The stuff that's out there in the world. That's why you have so much suicide among young people these days. You're giving them a bunch of stuff, and there's nothing inside of them. So yeah, I love Joel Osteen. I think if we all get into God's word, we can be wealthy just like Joel Osteen is. You know, what God will do for one person, he will do for another. Read Deuteronomy 28. Start at the beginning of the chapter where God said, if you obey my commandments, blessed are you in the city, blessed are you in the fields. I will bless the works of your hands. You will be above only and not beneath. You will lend to many nations and you won't have to borrow. Go into Mark and read Mark 11:22. Have faith in God, whatsoever things you desire when you pray. Believe that you receive them and you shall have them. Knock and it shall be opened. Seek and you shall find. Ask and it shall be given to you. And then he talks about, giving. The windows of heaven will be open unto you. So maybe Joel is standing on the promises of God. So personally, I feel like if you saw a Christian and they was just don't have it, that should be unusual. According to God's word, that person should have. And quit criticizing. Get into the word. If you really believe, get into the word and start studying God's word and say, hey, God, you did it to Joel Osteen. You did it to Fred Price. You're doing it to Kenneth Copeland. Let it rain on me. That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, I want that wealth too. But I have to get in there and study. I got to put my hands to work. I got to be out there helping the church just like I was commissioned and commanded to do. So anyway, you guys, like this video, send me your comments, and hit the like button. You have a blessed day. God bless you.